Greetings, humans. I'm Anthony, I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill for corpses. Blood. Stained in red. So you think it means stained in blood? I mean, given that their latest album was about witch hunts, I don't imagine it's raspberry. Raspberry's red. I mean, it's rather pinkish, but it can stain red. Not if what you're doing is a witch hunt. But we don't know they're doing a witch hunt in this one. It's adjacent to the last album, which was about witch hunts, so that's my best bet. Anyway, I had insomnia last night, which means that my mood and energy right now are stained in red. So, I could use a sad band. Yes. And I'm wearing a sad band. Are you ready? No. A warning? Something? Dude! I love Insomnium!
Far behind the trees, baying of the
Guys, this is the first reaction we're filming today, and when we film a lot of reactions in a day, which is what we're going to do today, we usually think we're going to start with something, kind of lighter that we're used to, that we might know what's going to be going on, so that we're not just whacked over the head very hard from the get-go.
Yeah, we just want a warm-up song. Which is weird because we did get whacked in the head really hard, and everything about this song was cold.
Yes. But it did get me warmed up.
Yeah.
Dude, there was so much. Okay, so the thing musically that stuck out to me the most was after the verses, sort of the pre-chorus instrumental bit, kind of turns the rhythm slightly proggy.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was harkening back to some of the way they did transitions back on Winter's Gate album. That was really cool to me.
I probably just don't remember it very well, but not much of Winter Gate struck me as proggy. I actually thought it was one of the best versions I've ever seen of just really good melody writing over mostly 4x4. 4/4.
Speaking of,
so I'm not sure what you mean by proggy when you compare it to Winter's Gate. This did feel proggy.
Transitions particularly. Had some of that
maybe.
Through some parts in that album.
Honestly, in terms of the proggy pacing, especially in terms of the drums, if I were to relate it to anything, it would likely be Amorphis. Like the movie, for example. But it had that kind of tripping motion going on.
But I think what the biggest surprise is with this one is their style lately hasn't been that heavy. Like Heart Like a Grave was really slower, and Anno 1696 was also kind of slower compared to some of the earlier albums, but this one just brings back a lot of energy, and the intro, I felt, when the heavy stuff kicked in, it had the same impact that Pale Morning Star has, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually thought it wasn't just the same impact, but it was kind of similar in how it was structured. First you have something acoustic, then the drilling pedals come in, and you get this melody going on that's really epic, and then it clears out and makes way for the verse.
Yes.
Except instead of going on a blast beat and screaming, it went on the typical Nilo Sevan low voice, which was really nice.
I feel like Nilo's low voice sounds like if Shadrach was human, which he isn't.
You make a fair point.
I do make a fair point. Yes, my points are typically fair.
Humanizing the Shadrach.
Yes. I also wanted to say solo. I really love the solo. I love how it ended. It ended kind of abruptly and leaving some tension in there.
Yeah.
And with another kind of rhythmic fuck up. Fuck up is a technical term in this case. That was really cool. Video.
Fuck up is a technical term.
It is! Video.
Is it also when you do it to someone or just to a song?
I'm gonna fuck you up, technically speaking. The video has like this, I've only seen this technology for, animated videos used in Atropos by Periphery, where you have like static images and there's just like elements kind of shifting about, and that gives this sense of movement. Like there's a picture with a wolf you have sometimes, and just its front paw was like moving, and it gives you a sense like it's running. Or you have a picture with like trees and the river, and you get a sense like the river's moving. Like that's a really cool.
Yeah.
Cool
it creates
technology.
a really cool mix of like dynamic and static.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb here and give an interpretation of the video. So you have wolves and you have people.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of grayish.
And you have people screaming at wolves and wolves screaming at people.
And they kind of have the same mimics when they scream. So that's like this association of man and beast that were not so different, right? And then you have towards the second half of the video, they start turning red, and you have people red on a black and white landscape, and then wolves red on a black and white landscape. So that's like, you could say it's being predatory, and that's something that's in both the civilized species that we are, and I say civilized because I refer to us specifically. I imagine other people are civilized. And then you have just parts of landscape like the sky or the moon or trees starting to turn red. So that's like bloodshed, in a sense, is like a real part of existence and probably will be here forever.
Okay, so I like your interpretation. Given that they've been going into stuff like witch hunts and stuff and going for the more mythical elements lately, and also given that at some point I think there was a wolf that was standing on two legs, I'm thinking it might be werewolf themed as well. Because you did say it compares like humans and wolves and stuff and puts them in nature and all that. The other thing that I like about the theme of the... Okay, so first of all, I'm going to get in the video because you already mentioned about that. how the art was made. I don't know if this is an AI video. It looks like it might be because of all the flashy stuff. Definitely like it more than a lot of other AI videos I've seen. And there was one particular frame that I really liked where there was this bird, I think a raven or something, that was like flying over a landscape, and then just the landscape changes. But the raven continues the exact same flight. It was such a cool shot.
Yeah, that would make me guess that this isn't an AI video. Because that's such a suggestive human way of communicating, right?
Yeah.
That you communicate motion with a static image by just changing the landscape behind what's perceived as a moving object.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word.
Okay.
I don't think AI would be smart enough to do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, it might just stumble into it. We don't know. Let us know if this is an AI video. If you know.
I'd put money down that it's not. And I say I'd, because I don't say I will, because I won't. Because I really like my money and I won't risk it.
Okay. Now, the thing with Insomnium is they're often melancholic, sorrowful, poetic, emotional. But this one struck me particularly as violent.
Yes.
And I like how that was made because it's very nature-themed in a way. And I think they stripped away a lot of the romanticizing of nature and went for the more visceral components of it.
Yeah.
And linking those into humor nature as well is also very satisfying. The song went for that too.
Yeah.
It was really brutal. It really pummeled you. And it's one of the first times when I actually feel like describing Nilo's growls as animalistic.
Yes.
Like they had this savage catharsis into them. I love it.
He's a big mad monkey.
Yes, he's a big bad monkey.
Big mad monkey.
Big mad monkey.
Big mad bad monkey. Don't topple over Couscous.
I'm sorry, Couscous. Don't talk to Couscous.
He's dead.
Yeah, he is. Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
Yes, the red-haired person in the first half of the video looked like an animated version of Fabi and Ernie.
Yes, she did!
I like Fabi. Yes, he does. And he's a fanboy, so of course I had to bring it up.
You were just trolling me, weren't you?
No, I actually got that vibe.
I got that vibe too, but you are trolling me.
Yes, of course I'm trolling you.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we'd greatly appreciate the likes and shares, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon. Of course, yeah.